च पतितानां पावनोभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories assembled devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Radha Pyari Devirasi from Baltimore. Welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank you all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruity activities, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank you everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next section, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jaya, Guru and Gauranga ki jaya, and all the assembled devotees. This is Shivani from Ashram Jini. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all Srila Prabhupada and Guru. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण राधा प्यारी माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Radha Pyari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Devi Mataji Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, all glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, don't proud to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Assembled devotees. This is Mohini Lakshmi from
Hare Krishna Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vanita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vinta Gandharika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and assembled devotees. This is Manharini Radhika Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Mandarini Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Mataji for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is there anybody else would like to introduce themselves? Mataji, you can start the recording, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and Gauranga, all glories to all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Texas Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. How grace to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are fortunate to have His Grace Radha Pramod Prabhuji to enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th Canto, Chapter 9, verse 27 and 28 onwards. First, I would like to hand over call to Ayan Prabhuji to introduction of the Prabhuji.
Mataji, we are skipping that. Mataji, Prabhuji is already there on the call.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranama, Goshu Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I would like to hand over call to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call.
Just 1 minute, Mataji. I'll just give me one.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devaswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayo नष्टप्रायेष भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 11. King Indra annihilates the demons. Text 30 to 25. All these slokas will be taken. Sakhayam patitam drishtva Jambo Balisaka Suhud Abhyayat Suhudam Sakshur Patasyapi Samacharan. He appeared before Indra, the enemy, just to serve Bali Maharaj with friendly behavior. ससिंहवाह असाध्या गदाम् उद्यम ब्रह्मसा जत्प्राहताद्यच्चक्रम् जगं च सुमहाबली बलाः. The greatly powerful Jambasura, carried by a lion, approached India and forcefully struck him on the shoulders with his club. He also struck Indra's elephant. गदा प्रहार व्यततो वृषं विह्वलतो जगः जानुभ्यां धरणां स्पृष्ट्वा कश्मलं परमं ययौ. Being beaten by Jambasura's club, Indra's elephant was confused and aggrieved. Thus, it touched his knees to the ground and fell unconscious. Tato ratho matalina haribhirdasha satair vrataha anito dvapam utsrijya ratham arurupe vibuhu. Thereafter, Matili, Indra's chariot driver, brought Indra's chariot, which was drawn by 1,000 horses. Indra then left his elephant and got onto the chariot. Tasya tat pujayan karma yantrudhanava sattamaha shulena jvalata tantu samyamano ahanrude. Appreciating Matali's service, Jambasura, the best of the demons, smiled. Nonetheless, he struck Matali in the battle with a trident of blazing fire. Seherujam Sudar Harsham Sattvam Alambya Matali Indrojambasya Sankruddho Vrajrena Prahur Shiraha. Although the pain was extremely severe, Matali tolerated it with great patience. Indra, however, became extremely angry at Jambasura. He struck Jambasura with his thunderbolt and thus severed his head from his body. Jambam sutva hatam tasya jatayo naradarshe namochischa balam prakas tatra petustvararanvitaha. When Narada Rishi informed Jambasura's friends and relatives that Jambasura had been killed, the three demons named Namuchi, Bala, Paka arrived on the battlefield in great haste. Vachobhi Parushair Indram Ardhantyo Asya Marmaso Sarair Avakyair Megha Dharabhir Iva Pravatam. Rebuking Indra with harsh, cruel words, they were piercing to the heart, these demons showered him with arrows just as torrents of rain rush a great mountain. Harindasa Satan Aju Aryasvasya Balah Sarai Tavabhir Adhyam Asa Yugapal Lagu Hastavan. Quickly handling the situation on the battlefield, the demon Bala put all the Indra's 1,000 horses into tribulation by simultaneously piercing them all with an equal number of arrows. Hasabhyamatalim Vapho Ratam Savayam Vrata Tirsandhan mokshena tad adhutam ad Abhut Ratne. Paka, another demon, attacked both the chariot with all its paraphernalia and the chariot driver Matali by fitting 200 arrows to his bow and releasing them all simultaneously. This was indeed a wonderful act on the battlefield. Namochi Panchadashabhir Swarna Pankait Maheshubi Ahatya Venadat Sanke Sato Ivato Tyadaha. Thus, Namuchi, another demon, attacked Indra and injured him with 15 very powerful golden feathered arrows, which roared like a cloud full of water. Sarvata Sarakutena Sakram Sarada Saritim Chatyayam Asura Pravrit Suryam Ivam Buddha. Other demons covered Indra along with his chariot and chariot driver with incessant showers of arrows, just as clouds cover the sun in the rainy season. Alakshayantastam ativa vihvala vichukrushur deva ganasa anuga anayaka satruvalena nirjita vanik Pratabinnanavo yatarnave alakshanyantaha, being unable to see, Tam, King Indra, Ativa, fiercely, Vihvala, bewildered, Vichuksuhu, began to lament, Devagana, all the demigods, Saha Anugaha, with their followers, Anayakaha, without any captain or leader, Suhud Balena, by the superior power of their enemies, Nirjitaha, opposed severely, Vanika, Patta, traders, Binna Navaha, whose ship is wrecked, Yata Arnavai, as in the middle of the ocean. Translation. The demons, being severely opposed by their enemies and being unable to see Indra on the battlefield, were very anxious. Having no captain or leader, they began lamenting like traders in wrecked vessels in the middle of the ocean. Purport. From this statement, it appears that in upper planetary system, there is shipping and that traders, they're engaged in navigation as their occupational duty. Sometimes, as on in this planet, these traders are shipwrecked in the middle of the ocean. It appears that even in the upper planetary system, such calamities occasionally take place. The upper planetary system is the creation of Lord, is certainly not vacant or devoid of living entities. From Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand that every planet is full of living entities, just as Earth is. There is no reason to accept that on other planet system there is no living being. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Devina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sriyuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Shakhantanscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Himate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pusharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So I thank for this opportunity. So here we are discussing how Indra is annihilating the demons. So the Lord always, the question that is raised in the sixth canto is why Lord is partial to Indra and the demigods. So that is the very important question that is asked. So the point is actually Lord is not partial. He always supports mode of goodness. This is a very important understanding we should all have. So Lord is supporting mode of goodness all the time. And that is the reason we feel that Lord is supporting demigods. No, that is very important for us to survive in this world. So it is not maintenance is done in mode of goodness only. It cannot be done in passion and ignorance. So in passion we create, and in ignorance we destroy. So this is the most important thing to understand. So we'll try to analyze this important aspect, how these modes are acting. Because here it's not just any pastime we see, it is having a 3 levels of lessons. One is at the level of direct story which we are hearing, and second is at the metaphysical level, that is at a mental level also. So these demigods and demons are also within our heart, in the sense that there are lower modes that always make us act in a negative way. And then there are higher qualities in us which will make us do right activity. So there is always this tug of war that happens in us. So when any story that is explained, so the second level of understanding is that, yes, this is the fight between the evil forces and good, evil and divine forces. They are within us also. There is always a fight going on. And then there is in a spiritual level, we have to take shelter of Krishna to kill all these evil spirits and all. So we understand this aspect also. So here we are seeing that Indra is quite struggling. He is fighting. So we'll try to understand how these forces are there, how they are created. They are actually these demons and demigods. They are controller of different energies. That is an indication. Say, for when I was discussing this, that when Kumbhakarna, he was asked by Brahma, what boon you want after performing 10,000 years of tapasya. He wanted nirdaivatvam. Nirdatvam, nidratvam he asks. That is because of Saraswati comes in between and makes him speak like that. But nirdaivatvam he asks. That means he don't want Sattva-guna only. No demigods. Keep them away. He don't want any demigod. That means he is not interested. He completely want to control Rajas and Tamas, which is very, very heavy energies of this creation. And demigods are in Sattva. So we will try to discuss this fight, because fighting anyway we are discussing so much. We will try to see the second level of discussion. I told you, anything, 3 levels of lessons we can learn. So here we'll try to analyze the second level of lessons. Any pastime we take, we can take deriving the lessons. But in a very subtle level, this is the. So Lord, he created this 3 modes and 5 primary elements. by describing the world using these are very simple concepts, but it gives a very powerful understanding, which helps beyond our beyond understanding the self. The nature allows to learn how to influence our fate and change ourselves. So by understanding these concepts which we are discussing now, will help us to change our fate and ourselves also. So Vedic worldview is not an abstraction, because Vedas described reality in quite unfamiliar manner. Say, because average public school graduate, for him, it is easier to see the world which is made of chemicals around. For them, demigods and all is very difficult to understand. They will only understand Mendeleev periodic table. You all might have remembered in your 7th, 8th, 9th periodic table, Mendeleev's. We are taught to split the reality into individual substances, molecules, atoms, electrons, protons, and all these elements. But this very complex worldview originated from widely accepted scientific method of inductive reasoning that involves using specific observation to make general conclusion. So what they do is, it's a very complex world. What they do, they'll take some general specific observation and they'll give a general conclusion. So the science is trying to put together a complex picture of the world from pieces of puzzle. Like say, children we give, they have to add some puzzle and they have to create that picture. Now you are getting here, there, some little puzzle here, little puzzle there, and you are imagining whole whole universe. It is not actually possible like that. Like say, if I am getting some maps of few places, I cannot draw the whole world, right? I cannot say, array, I am seeing so much water here, so much here, so that means world must be like this. No, whole world must be different. You may be getting just a few pieces of map of India. You cannot tell what the world will be, right? So the science is trying to put together a complete picture of world from pieces of puzzles. And as a result of splitting reality into analyzable parts, you are telling we can analyze this world. But this method is actually not possible to understand. Now, what to speak of understanding demigods and all the demons? It looks like quite fiction. It says, what is this talking about? But Vedas, the way we have to learn and understand this is a detective process. We have to, at the level of concepts or images, so this worldview can be considered ideal. So this is a systematic worldview or logical approach where one goes from general ideas to a specific conclusion. Don't worry, I will try to explain. So so trying to understand the world by dividing and splitting into atoms is same like trying to solve riddle of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa by chemical analysis of paint and canvas. Like you got the Mona Lisa picture, you may be knowing, very famous. When you see the Mona Lisa picture, you cannot know what is Mona Lisa picture if by analyzing what paint is used, what type of canvas is used. Array, the content of the picture cannot be known by the chemicals that is used. You're understanding? Because it is something, a different dimension only. Because once the picture is made, you are looking at the picture, you get a different experience. People just start crying seeing that picture. So absorbing. Now, if you analyze what are the chemicals used so that you get that feeling, a feeling is not coming because of the chemicals that are used in that painting. Like beautiful picture is there in front of us. what chemicals are used. I am getting such emotion seeing that picture means you cannot understand. So no, we are not undermining the scientific worldview, but both worldviews have their own advantages. It all depends on what we wish to get from the world. Both concepts are simply different representation of simple reality. So here, when we are seeing all these demigods, demons and all, we should know that there is a very scientific reasoning approach behind all these things. So it is not just accepted. Like we give the example of a blind man and elephant parable. So the elephant was described differently depending on which part of the body they are touching. You may know this analogy. 6 blind men are touching the elephant and everybody was telling elephant is like a wall, elephant is like a tree, elephant is like a snake, elephant like a rope, elephant like a fan, elephant like a knife or whatever. So now the elephant was described different depending on which part of the body they are touching. The same, the world that opens up to our perception can be described in different ways depending on a point of view and specific individual approach. So now, scientific worldview allows us to manipulate matter, placing a human being above it. So the scientific way of looking at this world, what will be the conclusion of it? People, we are on the superior and we are supposed to exploit it. That is why scientific approach invariably leads to fragmentation of this world. So Bhagavad Gita calls this knowledge in mode of passion. Please try to understand what knowledge we are getting in Bhagavatam is transcendental knowledge. But there is knowledge in goodness, knowledge in passion. So the knowledge and passion is the scientific way of the modern science, which makes us superior to matter and we are supposed to exploit. But Vedic conception help one to consider himself an intricate part of the nature, bond with him. So I am part of the nature. I am not superior to nature. I am not supposed to exploit the nature. I am part of the nature with, and we have to, I am bound by strong ties of kingship. Like that. So now realization of universal principles brings knowledge in mode of goodness and is it also gives a reverential attitude to this world. Your understanding? We get a reverential attitude. So the first worldview gives us the opportunity to lord over the material nature. That is scientific view. Whereas the Vedic view helps to understand our role in the service to the whole. That means what is my responsibility to the creation. So everyone is free to choose what he wants. Now here we are seeing the demonic mentality, the scientific mentality and this demon's mentality same only. All these Bali Maharaj and team. See the scientific knowledge which we are getting here now, that is coming from the lower planetary systems. This is not from higher planetary systems. So all this technology and all, they are highly advanced in lower planetary systems. They are called Bilva Sargas. We are very primitive compared to the advancement they have. But somehow they give. Like if you remember this Maidanava, he created this Maya Sabha for Pandavas. So when he was saved from Kanda forest, Krishna, he comes to Krishna and says, okay, I wanted to help Arjuna because he protected me. I want to give him Yantra Vidya. Yantra Vidya is the technology and science which we are having now. Krishna tells Arjuna, don't take it. It is for Kali Yuga people. He tells him, make a palace and give. So he makes a Maya Sabha. So Maya made this Sabha, that's why it is Maya Sabha. But this technology, this is the demoniac mentality. So now advantage of Vedic method of understanding is, the cognition of Vedic method of cognition is, the idealistic or synthetic worldview is even more practical than that we use now, because it is very simple to understand that way of it. Now, because the so-called modern scientific world is extremely complex, whatever we are seeing, it's very complex. What do you say that obedient users, it have only fragmentary ideas about the enormous amount of data that modern science have accumulated. So much we have, internet, you go, so much information is there. It's a very complex view. And our actions tend to bring this complex information system, both the world around us, our body, out of balance. Please try to understand. Because it is so complex, and when we are acting, we are become out of balance, both in terms of body also and mind also. Therefore, it is very hard for modern man to live in harmony with the world. So this demonic mentality, it is very difficult to be in harmony. Because I am always exploiting. I cannot, it's very complex. I cannot have a balance. Many people have this problem. We all have the problem. How to balance life, bro? It is becoming difficult. I have to manage this also, I have to manage this also, children also, husband also, wife also, house also, business also, and future plans also, and mortgage and all the EMIs I have to pay, and then so many things we have to manage, and then new properties I have to purchase. How to out of balance, right? Because it's very complex, that's we made. So to use all scientific concept, we have to rely on the opinion of narrow subject matter experts. So they're very super specialization in some very specific fields. Let's say how to invest money. You have a very specific person. You have to go to him. He will only can guide you. How to take care of children. There will be somebody. How to balance. Psychiatrist. Go to him. So very, they have, what happens is, the people go to these people. They rely on the opinion of a narrow subject matter experts. They're experts. Thus, what happens is the experts increase, so many fields, so many experts. But the sphere of their knowledge is significantly decreased because they don't have idea of everything. So now what happens because of this? The chance of such experts working within their highly specialized limited field of knowledge is called imbalance. So I'm so much focused on balancing my money part. If I'm so much doing on that, I'll miss out in my health part. I'm so much with the money part, I'll miss out. I so much focus on health part, then I forgot about to give time to my family. If I so much focusing on the family and children, then I miss out something, I cannot do anything for society. So it all causes imbalance in specific, and the people cannot be in harmony. There isn't a wholesome system, including the human so now what happens is we can, like a situation where a narrow experts or specialist, like say for example medical doctors, like urologist specialist is there, is uh, hermatologist or something. He's treating a very particular part of the body, and then what happens? He treats that body very nicely. He will make sure that that part is treated, but the side effects will damage the kidney or it may damage the heart because he's not able to see overall picture and balance. So one type of medical meant to heal one organ may cause irreversible change in another organ. This is what is happening now presently. Now they are also trying to make it holistic health because people have to neutralize side effects of some drugs by using other drugs, which in turn cause new side effects. So this is a chain goes. Why I'm giving is, this is an imbalance that is happening because the knowledge is in mode of passion. But same thing we learn in goodness, it will balance. So like how modern scientific worldview brings unfavorable results. example is the ecological crisis that is affecting our globe now. Because we don't want to talk concepts like modern science is the one to blame for this sin. Because what happens is we are trying to create certain things in the society, but it is damaging the ecology. So anyway, I don't want to take so much science, but I want to tell that this is the passionate way. But Lord suppose goodness. That's why it is not working for us. These are all demons, small demons. Now we'll see the Vedic way of view. How to look at this world. Hope I will reach the topic where I start. People of Vedic culture, they perceive the world as a coherent, unified system annihilated by the breath of the primordial consciousness. I'll explain. It is all these things. This is coming from the original consciousness, that is the pradhana. So people of modern culture live in a mechanical world, but Vedic culture is a conscious world. Here, mechanical world is supposedly being built out of mathematical formulas. They are calculating, and they calculated and they reached till black hole. They said everything will go into black hole. Their calculation went very proper till black hole. But they don't understand what is that black hole, because that is the bodily force of Mahavishnu. Now, they say one important point, everything is neutral at one particular point. Everything was means balanced, in a balanced state, a neutral state. Now, how did this neutral state become imbalanced? That they cannot tell. But we can tell, because somebody desired that there should be imbalance. So, if everything is normal, somebody should interfere to make it imbalance. And Lord Aikshata, Lord actually glanced and made it imbalance. That they cannot understand. So, where we say that's why it's a conscious world. It's not an unconscious thing. Everything is conscious here. So we are not living in a mechanical world, which is based on mathematical. Modern science is fragmented and it goes in depth of some speciality which is opposed to Vedas. Now I'll come to the modern way of approaching. So I have told so much now. We'll see what is the main difference. We can discuss more on what is the fault in the scientific, but I will not take. I will take the Vedic way of way. So Vedas state that fire element, vision, the form are tightly connected with each other. It is exactly through the element of fire that we can see the object and form. So the organ of vision works due to certain manifestation of element of fire. So therefore, in Ayurvedic method for treatment of visual disturbance is based on management of fire level in the body. So if I have some eye problem, what they do, they try to balance the fire element of the body. And we can successfully cure eye diseases by dropping melted clarified well. Melted ghee is put into the eyes, and which feeds the fire of sight. So this is their method of treating. now also they do like such health improvement methods is from the Ayurveda. They have massages with the oil. What they are doing with the oil massages, they kindle the fire element at the cellular level. This allows to burn the toxic accumulated in the body, converting them into a easily soluble form and thus removing them from the body through digestive system or skin pores. Why I'm telling this is the way of looking at the world differently. We are seeing the connection of everything together. Like say if someone has overweight problem, If such an individual is familiar with the Vedic worldview, he will be able to choose an ideal diet and lifestyle without consulting nutrition. No need of nutrition. Vedas state that overweight is connected to the high content of water element in the body. So therefore, the person what it is not recommended to consume cool beverages even in the hot summer to prevent increased imbalance in the element. So otherwise the disease is inevitable. So the very energetic or easily irritable person should not eat spicy food or on the hot summer day especially. He should avoid the increase of fire element because he's already irritable. So this is, they are seeing the connection of everything. So these are the few examples of practical application based on Vedic concept. So it may be hard to create a complex mechanism system as a, uh, it is different. Like it is possible to maintain the ideal state of most complex and necessary mechanism of our body. Now I'll come to the Vedic science is universal. Not only scientists, but also ordinary people can utilize this interface. So, okay, I'll come to there are so many other things, but I don't have much time. I have few minutes. I'll come to the modes part, which is the most important part. There are many things. So this one concept we try to understand. I'm skipping. So because very few minutes are there, 15-20 minutes only. See, 5 elements are there, or nature, are somewhat understood or can be explained within the category of modern science, but there is more unfamiliar concepts, such as 3 modes of material nature. This is actually not very easily understood. It is not there in any other philosophies. Even Arabic philosophy, Chinese, they have these 5 elements, but they don't have the concept of modes, which is actually very important for us to understand all these demons and demigods. There are so many stories, but we have to understand the concept. Why the demons are there? Why the demigods are there? This is not understood by any other religion, any other philosophies. In Vedic philosophy, it is very clearly understood because they are all based on gunas. So material nature is unique and rather more important than that of 5 primary elements. So Vedic view is inconceivable without the modes. The Sanskrit word guna, the mode of material nature, has 3 meanings. Guna means quality also, guna means rope also, guna means thread also. Sorry, and third is secondary, something secondary is also called guna. So the concepts of mode include all these 3 meanings. So according to Vedas, the mode are the original subtle substances, and as any original category, they are very difficult subject for the definition. So they permeate everything. The Vedas describe the 3 modes as the 3 color threads from which the fiber of this world is woven. So like I have this bed sheet or any cloth. So threads are not seen, but it is threads only, right? I am seeing a dhoti, but it is not just dhoti, it's all threads only. Similarly, everything that we are seeing around is modes only. But we are not seeing the modes. We see the items. I am seeing the fan, I am seeing the laptop, everything. So that is so subtle. So 3 modes are ignorance, passion, and goodness. The mode of ignorance is responsible for the quality of inertness. Passion responsible for momentum and transformation. Goodness for enhanced order and harmony. So here, always there is a fight between the modes. When the creation became imbalanced, there is a fight between modes. So when there is a fight between demigods and demons, it is a fight between modes. And now, if you see in this world also, there is also fight. All this fight is fight based on what? Fight based on taste. Like I am saying, my God is like this. Somebody else will say, no, God is like this. And we both fight. My God is superior, your God is superior. Kill each other. It is not. What is that fight? Fight is based on the taste, and taste is based on gunas. See, for me, I am in goodness. For me, the worship of Lord should be in a particular way. If somebody is in Tamoguna, his form of worship is different. That means his taste is different. So then there is a fight. So now America is imposing its culture all over the world. That means it is imposing its taste all over the world. You are understanding? America, McDonald's, KFC's, Hollywood, and Coca-Cola, Pepsi. This is burger piece. This is American culture. This is America's taste. It is imposing all over the world. And now the people who are very orthodox and they want to oppose this and they fight. So especially Arabic nations, they are so much against America. Why? Because they are trying to impose their culture, free culture. These people are orthodox people. They are not interested. So they fight. So the fight between these two forces is because of the modes only. Please try to understand. Any war that happens, it is a fight between what? It is fight between the taste. Are you are also believing God. I also believe in God. Why we are fighting? Right? They also believe in God. But I feel no, my God is right. Are why there is a difference in believe in God? Because of the taste. See, I am wearing this type of dress. This is my taste. Somebody else may wear different color. It is his taste. Right? We all go to the market. We all purchase some dress based on our taste. We eat the food according to our taste. We purchase things according to our taste. We have our house according to our own taste. Everything is based on what affecting my mind. How is this taste coming in mind? The taste is coming in mind because of the gunas. Now the guna is actually deciding what type of what I like. Say now when we are childhood, we like certain items. But now we may not like that items. We are liking different items. Childhood we like chocolates, ice creams. Now we may like some other items. What changed? Why our taste changed? Because the mind changed. What is mind made of? Mind is made of 3 gunas only. So when the gunas change, our taste change. Then we start doing things differently. Now there is a fight. Always in the creation, there is a fighting between these 3 gunas. That is the reason things deteriorate in this world. If you see any object, say I have any object, if I am saying, say chair is there. This chair, the 3 modes act on this chair. There is a creation for this chair, there is a maintenance for this chair, there is a destruction of this chair. It cannot be stable, right? Anything you take, the 3 modes act on any object. It creates, it maintains, and it destroys. You are understanding? Our mind is also 3 modes. It always keeps on changing. In childhood, we are more passionate. As we grow, we are becoming more and more little sattvic type. But a child, they are very fiery, they say no. In too small, we are in complete ignorance. And then the old age, again, the ignorance will come. So the 3 modes are always acting. And because the modes are acting, our taste is changing. Because like what is the fight between in the house? Wife is saying something, husband is saying. Wife is saying my uh, my sofa set or whatever the furniture and all, it should be green color. Husband will say no, it should be yellow color. And they fight. Why they think this is correct, this is wrong? Because their mind is saying like that, and mind is made of modes. So the fight is where? Fight is in the mode. Of course, there is ego part also, but basically the difference in taste is because of difference in the mind, which is modes. You understand? So here there is always this struggle that is going on from the beginning of creation. The demigods are sattva, and there is Danavas and Rakshasas. There is Rajoguna and Rakshasa Tamoguna. So they always fight. Who will dominate this world? And time favors. See, time is not just a passive factor. It's an active element. That time is actually will of the Lord. That is very important understanding. People think, okay, time is passing. No, the time is an energy, that is a will of Lord. That is our understanding of time, not the modern scientists. They don't understand the time. Time is actually the force which is acting, which is imposing the will of Lord. Your understanding. So now time goes, time gives every mode an opportunity. Now the present time, time is favoring whom? Passion and ignorance. That's why Prabhupada is writing in Jalajuta, Rajastamo Bhava Eve. Arey, this is all full of passion and ignorance. How can we survive? Means how can I do anything here? Of course, Krishna wanted it happen. That is a different thing. But the point is that this the time factor is there, which is affecting your understanding. So here the demons and demigods winning, the modes are supported by the Supreme Lord. So we can draw a parallel between the three modes of nature and three fundamental physical property of any object: mass, energy, and structure, entropy, or degree of order, we can see. So there is mass also, there is energy also, and there is entropy, the structure also, right? So now, okay, I'll not take more technical. I already explained. I'll take little simple things for you to understand. We have to gunas are in a stable state. When Lord glances, they become out of balance. So affected by the energy of time. That previously dormant matter is set into motion. When Lord looks at it, that Ikshata. So then everything starts moving in the creation. We all know this. Now, large and small cycles of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Every object is having these three things: creation, maintenance, annihilation. Whole creation also, every object also. This house is created, it will be maintained, and it will be destroyed. So this is a small creation. Our earth and then universe, many universes. They all have these three things that is happening. Any object first appears, then exists for certain time, finally destroyed. So according to the Vedas, the mode of passion is responsible for creation, goodness of maintenance, and ignorance. So now the theory of material guna can be illustrated in this way. All unlimited varieties of color and shades are seen around us are generated by three primary colors: red, white, and blue. The combination, it generates infinite amount of patterns and colors. We all know this. So similarly, here the gunas, they associate. And then this color with all these colors appear. So yellow and all these things. So modes are acting in such a way, and of all the things, mode of goodness is the most critical. Why? If a person builds a house, he hires a contractor for building and doing that job. When he want to destroy the house, he hires a contractor. But he want to maintain it, he will do himself. So universe, that's why maintenance is done by Vishnu. He supports maintenance. So universe is a smaller or a big house. So according to Veda, Brahma creates it. Shiva destroys, Vishnu is maintaining. That's why he's supporting. So accordingly, Vishnu is present in every atom of the universe, as well as in heart of all, because he has to maintain it. Therefore, the mode of goodness connect with Vishnu himself is very important, because human life is guided by mode of goodness. Actually, whose life is guided by the mode of goodness, mode of more, then he will become closer to God. That's why they are devatas, who are in mode of goodness. Vishnu Bhakta Smito Deva Asurastad Viparyaya. It is easier for him to understand God's will and live in harmony with the supreme laws of existence. They are all demigods. So we are also in the category of demigods if you are obeying the laws of nature. We have to come to mode of goodness. So the most important practical application of three gunas is, we can see that people following a pure lifestyle often believe in God and vice versa, right? So like we'll try to understand little. Actually, there is so much to explain. Few points I'll tell. Gunas are the subtle framework of creation. Therefore, the range of descriptive terms expressing their external manifestation is quite extensive. So we can describe sattva as lightness and orderly organization, purity, balance, integration, harmony, awareness, light. So we all have to develop this sattva guna. This is all demigods qualities. So these are all good people. So which has purposefulness, balance, calmness, concentration, fairness, impartiality, solitude, and kindness. All these things come under uh, goodness. Now, how much passion I have? If I have all these things, what? We are very impulsive, birth, momentum. There is excitement, aggression, thirst, appetite, conquest, lust, and there is also, these are all representing passion. And what is passion manifest? Greeds, instability, desires, obsession, addiction, attachment, tendency to exploit others. And tamoguna, it is all this sluggishness, dirt, putrefaction, disorder, stagnation, decay, lethargy, sleep, darkness. These are all what is manifesting. And the behavioral wise, it is despondency, depression, despair, laziness, and weak will, drug addictions, and all these things. So we are seeing how these are all ultimately are destruction only. Rajoguna, if maintained like that, it will compulsory degrade a person to tamoguna only. So these are very crucial to understand. We have to come to mode of goodness. Now, practical application, just few points I'll tell. I'll just take 1-2 minutes only. That by realizing this, we can build our life more consciously and obtaining predictable results. So Bhagavad Gita states a very important principle. It says that the loss of gunas, guna dominance. So being in a like because the modes are fighting with each other, I told always. So when one mode wins, the influence of two other modes become weaker. So this is how we have to see the demonic forces. And now presently what people are in mode of passion, so they feel that is a success, but that is all demonic mental. You are getting success by exploiting more nature. How much I have property, how much big empire I made in terms of business, all these things are done by exploiting nature. That is in passion. So that is ultimately going to destroy. But a person in goodness, he don't consider it as success. For him, the success formula is completely different. It's not based on sensual. It is how much purity. So sattva, it is like mind in like just this one point. Because a person in passion, he's constantly torn apart by doubts and sensual impulses, which takes form as irresistible desires for sense gratification, and it turns him into a slave of his unbridled passion. right? And now trying to escape this race, and there is always a stress in him. And then to avoid from this, then they go for drugs and artificial stimulations like tobacco, alcohol. So it opens to the door for tamoguna from rajoguna. That is actually in rajoguna, tamoguna. What happens? Person, he is into a melancholy, depression, drowsiness, and such condition ultimately leads one to be uh, wasting his valuable human form of life, and no, he goes into many other wrong things. But when it comes to goodness, we need to strengthen this influence of sattva in our life by all available means. Therefore, all scriptures existing within various world traditions recommend to live under uh, influence of goodness. So pure ordinary environment, clean food, and good association will help our mind to remain less affected by passion and ignorance. So that's why here, because the our lifestyle habits, taste, and temptations are determined by the level of consciousness. Now, success, because the time is of passion, people are in passion and they consider that as success. So that is why human being is uh, granted the intelligence sufficient enough to improve his consciousness by changing the external conditions. Like the Bhagavad Gita says, the result of pious action is pure and is said to be in mode of goodness. But the action done is passion results into misery, and action performed in ignorance results in foolishness. Thank you very much. Hope I did not tried something to make it read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Such a wonderful class. I'm requesting devotees, if anybody have any questions or realization, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a beautiful class. You always give us very nice scientific reasons for everything that you speak, and logics behind everything. Nothing happens just like that. By listening to your class, we can find it out how moods affect from one to other and how it will entangle us here. Everything scientifically you prove, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very grateful to your association. Always, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. The way you explain, sometimes it is too hard to take so many concepts at once, but then it is too detailed, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Well, try
Actually,
to
children
reduce
should
the
learn
number of
like
concepts.
this,
I'll try to
Krishna
make them two so
consciousness.
that I will try to reduce the number of concepts. I'll explain 2, 3 only so that you'll not.
Yeah, Prabhuji. And I feel like children should learn like this. You should start up children classes, Prabhuji, explaining everything in scientific and this way, like so that children know what they're following is not just a ritual or anything. It is all science, actually. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
I did not give any much practical things, so not a problem. Next time I will try to add to it. I know it is quite tough to understand this subject. I am sorry, I just took this. Okay, what I'll do next time, I'll make some presentation and I'll show so that you can see while I'm speaking. It will be easy
Yeah,
for you.
Prabhuji, it will help, Prabhuji, definitely.
Yeah, I will. So I will make a presentation next time. I'll not do like this. I'm sorry.
No, Prabhuji, it was good, but then too many
Yeah,
things
I
we
will
have
do it as
discussed.
a presentation next time. This
Yeah,
time,
I know.
you please forgive me.
No, Prabhuji, but very beautiful class. It's always very nice. We have to hear it again, then we will get it. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, we'll end here.
Yes, Prabhuji, it looks like nobody
Oh,
has.
Hemangi Mataji has a question.
Yeah, Hemangi Mataji, please go ahead. with your question, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful, very technical class, like we were all saying. So I was just trying to understand the solution to get disentangled from the modes. So what my understanding is that if we go into devotional service, then we overcome the modes. Is that correct understanding, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Krishna tells, Mam chaya vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samititena brahma bhuyaya kalpate. By doing bhakti, we can overcome modes. But the point is, we have to know how dangerous is passion and ignorance because we are carried away. What happens is we see success in terms of passion only now also. We see, Array, this person is very famous, this person is very rich, this person is very influential. So we look upon such people. We are appreciating some sort of appreciation or some aspirations will be there because passion is there. So they are considered as success also. But when we are developing goodness, now we see success in a different level. So we'll not get affected by these things. So that is the reason it is very important. We have to cultivate goodness. Then we'll see, though now I am in Vrindavan. So now I see, Hare, this person is doing so much sadhana. So for me here, because I'm in Vrindavan, the success is what? Who is chanting more? Who is more intensely doing sadhana? Who is doing more austerities? So you are seeing the criteria for our success has changed. So we are in Kartik month. So Kartik month we see, okay, who is doing maximum intense bhakti in Kartik. So success is changed. But passion is there. Now our success is my neighbor is like this, my relatives are having big house, they are having bigger cars, so much property, and where you are staying, what locality you are staying. So that matters. But once you come here, what matters is, Array, how much extra I am doing bhakti now. That matters. So there is a change in our way of thinking like that.
So, Prabhuji, if we are looking at somebody who's doing more devotional service, better bhakti in Kartik, and we are getting inspired from them, then it's okay. But if we are competing, then that's not the correct path. Is that correct understanding, Prabhuji?
Yeah. So that's what. If we are developing mode of goodness, then we will get affected by these things. Otherwise, we are affected by something else. So which is very dangerous for us. Then we will not be interested in watching any of these things on social media. People, they'll not be interested in movies and all these things because they are getting affected by because we don't get any taste in it. Now there will be taste in all these things, the movies and all. For some people, the taste is there because you think that as success. Now, if you don't think that as success, where is the question of taste only in that movies and whatever is shown on the social media and all these things, that glamour and all. There is no taste only, so you don't get attracted to it. So that is the point.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. If nobody have questions, we can end the call here, Prabhuji, with your permission.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening class today. We are very grateful to your association. We look forward to your association again and again in the future. Let's pay our obeisance to Prabhuji.
नमो नमः
ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय,
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
Jai.
His Grace Radha Pramod Prabhuji ki
Jai.
jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you so much,
Krishna. Thank you,
Prabhuji.
devotees, for joining today's class. We'll meet tomorrow.
Govinda,
Nityananda.